Intro.
Okay, so good day sa inyong lahat. So we will start now solving problems under the topic of torsion. So let's read the first problem. So turn your PowerPoint on the second slide. A solid shaft in a rolling mill transmits 20 kilowatts at 2 hertz. Determine the diameter of the shaft if the shearing stress is not to exceed 40 megapascal and the angle of twist is limited to 6 degrees in a length of 3 meter. Use G is equals to 83 gigapascal. So for the first part, isulat muna natin yung mga given for this problem. Ang ganda tumulat nito. Daliriin ko lang yan. So una, we have power which is equals to 20 kilowatts. And the frequency is given as 2 hertz. So itong mga unit na to siguro hindi kayo ganun ka-familiar. So madalas naman kasi ang gumagamit dito is mga electrical AC, ganun. So kilowatts, yung watts kasi is also equivalent lang saan? Sa joules per second, tama. And yung joules mo, equals lang din siya saan? Sa Newton meter. So itong kilowatts mo, this can be written also as 20 kilonewton meter per second. And itong hertz, kailangan natin siya i-convert into angular velocity. Or yung hertz mo should be converted into rad per second. So, alam naman natin na 1 hertz is equivalent lang saan? Equals lang siya sa 60 revolution per minute. Ang isang hertz. And then yung revolution, para ma-convert natin siya sa rad, so 1 revolution is just equals to 2 pi. So itong 2 pi mo kasi, yung katabi lagi yan ang unit na rad. Minsan lang hindi na siya sinusulat sa given. Okay, so 2 pi is 1 rad. And 1 minute mo, so equals lang din siya sa 60 seconds. Okay, so cancel out these terms. Ayan. Revolution. Minute. Okay, so natin yung kailangan natin. So ito, so cancel mo na lang din. So ang equivalent value niya ito, angular velocity, itong frequency na 2 hertz. So equals lang din pala siya sa 4 pi. So radian per second. Okay, so next, given yung shearing stress, which is a value of 40 megapascal. So 40 megapascal. So the allowable angle of twist, so dito ko na lang isulat since limited din lang yung space natin. Equals lang siya sa 6 degrees. And yung length ng iyong shaft is equals to 3 meter. So use the modulus of rigidity to 83 gigapascal. So ginagawa natin dito, di ba, convert natin siya sa megapascal para, di ba, ang megapascal is just equals to Newton per mm squared para ma-attain natin yung mga units sa Newton at mm. So itong power natin, i-convert natin siya later on to Newton mm, no? So 3 gigapascal. So dito ko na lang muna isulat as gigapascal since hindi na kasya dito sa ating, ayan, ayaw na naman sumulat.
A few moments later.
Gigapascal. Ayun. So, we need to find the value of the diameter. So for this, we need to check the two parameters given in the problem. So kailangan natin siyang i-check using the shearing stress and the angle of twist. So before that, we need to find first the value of the torque kasi wala siyang binigay, but mahanap natin siya using the given power. So ang power mo has a formula as torque multiplied by the angular velocity. So we have the value of power na 20 kilonewton meter. So 20, so kilonewton meter siya per second. So ang gagawin natin, convert natin to newton mm. So kailangan mo i-multiply ng 1,000 para ma-convert mo yung kilonewton to newton, and another 1,000 para yung meter ma-convert natin to mm. So diretso ko na ha. Hindi ko na isusulat yung mga unit. So multiply by 1,000 squared. So okay na yan. Is equals to the torque, the unknown value, multiplied by 4 pi surad per second. So with this equation, mahahanap natin yung value ng torque mo. So ang unit niyan is parang moment lang, force times distance. So hindi natin. So 20 times 1,000 squared divided by 4. So ito ay gawin lang natin na 5 times 10 to the 6 over pi. So para wala tayong tapon. So ang value niya, numerical value is 159,1549.431. So store nyo na lang. And the next, upon knowing the value of T, we can now solve for the value of the diameter. So using the equation for the shearing stress. So di ba ito equals lang sa T multiplied by R over the J. But what is J? So ang J kasi guys, yan ay yung tinatawag na polar moment of inertia. So ito, tinuturo to sa statics, SRB. Ito yung last topic na may discuss sa inyo. So yung polar moment of inertia kasi, that is just the sum of Ix plus Iy, or the moment of inertia with respect to the x-axis and yung moment of inertia with respect to the y-axis. So ayan, meron siyang iba't ibang formula depende sa shape. So meron kang formula for moment of inertia for a rectangle. So meron din for triangle, so circle, so semicircle, a quarter circle, and then so on. Marami pa. So ayun, meron ka lang kailangan kabisaduhin dun. Okay, so Ix, yung formula doon sa table, is just equals din sa Iy. Kung saan yan ay equal sa pi r to the 4th over 4. Okay, so again, upon knowing that the formula for J is just the sum of Ix plus Iy, so di ba ito? So, pi r to the 4th. So, since kailangan natin is in terms of diameter, so ito, palitan natin ng d over 2. Kasi in radius, di ba, kalahati lang ng diameter. So, raised to 4 over 4. So, plus, ganun lang ulit, or kung gusto nyo, gawin nyo, i-multiply nyo na lang ng 2. Raised to 4 over 4. Okay, so, ang value niyan, pag pinindot nyo, will be pi d raised to 4 over 32. So, wag na lang kalimutan to, no, para hindi nyo na i-derive. But, again,
A
yan ay
few
nanggaling
minutes
lang
later.
sa equation na ito. And yung mga value ng Ix and Iy, meron siyang value na nasa table. Yun naman, nadi-derive lang din, pero wag nyo na munang problema. Ano? Okay, so balik tayo dito. So the shearing stress is given as 40 megapascals. So 40 megapascal. So equals lang do sa nakuha nating value kanina, which is 5 times 10 to the 6 divided by 5 So, multiply by the radius. So, d over 2 divided by the polar moment of inertia. So, ano yung na-compute natin kanina? So, pi d raised to 4 over 32. So, with that, mahanap natin yung value ng d. So, pindutin natin ano. So, 40 is equals to, so 5 times 10 to the 6 divided by 5 times x divided by 2 is 5 times x raised to 4 divided by 2.
One eternity later.
So, maglagay kayo ng value para medyo mabilis. Lagyan yung value ng x. Kasi pag siniro nyo yan, yung calculus mo magsisimula ng 0 hanggang mahanap nyo yung sagot. Pero kung lalagyan mo yan ng value na medyo malapit-lapit, so mas mabilis mahanap nyo yung calculus yung sagot. So, anong palabas ko is 58.7368. Pa-verify na lang. 7368. Sorry. So, 58.7368. So, siya ay naka-mm. But hindi pa ito yung diameter, ha? We need to check also for the diameter na ma-produce niya using the formula for theta. So, ang theta given mo as 6 degrees. So, again, ang formula niya, so equals lang siya sa TL all over JG. Okay. So, we have 6 degrees na value. So, tandaan nyo, kapag gagamitin mo na siya sa equation, dapat yung degrees mo is ma-convert mo to radian. So, yan, ang conversion yan, di ba? Si 2 pi rad. So, meron ka dapat na 360 degrees. So, equals to the torque, kino-compute natin kanina na 5 times 10 to the 6 over pi multiply by the length of the rod. So, siya ay 3 meters. So, gawin ko ng 3,000 over G. So, pi d raised to 4 over 32 multiply by G na 83 gigapascal. So, magiging 83 times 10 to the 3 siya. Pag kinonvert natin to megapascal. So, what is the value of D? So, solve mo na lang ulit. 6 times 2 pi divided by 360 is equals to 5 times 10 to the 6 divided by 5 times 3,000. So, pi is x raised to 4 32 times 83 times 10.
2,000 years later.
Okay. So, lumabas sa akin is 48.6361 mm. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong dalawang sagot. So, una nating napalabas, we have 68.7368 and yung using that angle of twist, ang napalabas natin is 48.6361. Excuse me po. Wala akong end ko ba? So, ano ba dyan yung tamang sagot? Okay, so kung maalala nyo dati, di ba nagko-compute tayo na maximum value of P, yung force P, or yung maximum stress. So, kapag stress or force yung pinapahanap and pinapahanap yung maximum value, ang tatandaan, yung pinakamaliit yung maximum, pag force at stress. Pero kapag area or yung mga dimension ng pinapahanap, ang maximum value na i-consider natin is yung highest value. So, knowing that, ang tamang sagot for this problem will be 58.7368 mm. Okay? So, next problem tayo.
Another one.
Okay, so for problem number 2, so turn your PowerPoint on the third slide. So we have two solid shafts of different material which are rigidly fastened together and attached to rigid supports as shown in the figure. So naka-fix siya between two walls, yung side ng aluminum and steel. So the aluminum segment is 3 inches in diameter and the modulus of rigidity for the aluminum is 4 times 10 to the 6 psi. And for the steel segment, it has a diameter of 2 inches and a modulus of rigidity of 12 times 10 to the 6 psi. So the torque is given as 10 kips inches, which is applied at the junction of the two segments. So ayan, nandun siya sa pagitan ng dalawang materyales. So compute the maximum shearing stress developed in the assembly. So for this problem, kailangan nating mahanap yung shearing stress ng aluminum and the shearing stress produced at the steel section. So dito, itong problem na to is papatak sa category na statically indeterminate. Why? Because hindi natin alam kung ano gawin magiging reaction for the torque do sa portion ng aluminum and do sa steel, do sa side ng steel. So with that, ang gagawin lang natin, we need to counteract this 10 inches. So rigidly fixed nga siya dun sa between two supports. So ayan, merong ang value ng reaction dyan. So since pa ganun yung ikot niya, so parang ano siya, diba? Naka 3D yan. So assume, ano lang natin na parang counterclockwise yung ikot niya. So para ma-counteract yung dalawang support, dapat direction ng moment mo o nung iyong torque is pakabila. So kung pa ganito yung ikot, dapat pa ganito yung sa side ng aluminum. So tawagin natin siya as T aluminum. And doon sa kabila, so dapat pa ganun lang din. So kailangan nila magtulong para ma-contra yung 10 kip inches. So that will be the T of the steel. So when you apply the equation of equilibrium, so when we take summation ng moment, palitan natin ng item. So when you take summation ng moment, considering the whole system equals to 0. So ang lalabas sa atin will be T aluminum plus T of steel will be equals to 10 kips inches. So let this be your equation number 1. Okay, so saan ba manggagaling yung isang equation? So since rigidly fixed yan, yung deformation o yung angular twist niya between the two material should be equals. So at the junction, yan kasi because of that applied torque, pipihit yan. Tama? So yung theta o yung angle of twist do sa portion ng aluminum should just be equals also do sa angle of twist dun sa steel material. So magiging equation natin will be theta for the aluminum is equals lang sa theta ng steel. So again, alam naman natin na ang formula mo for theta is TL all over JG. So ang gawin ko na lang, para ma-satisfy natin yung first equation, ang gawin ko, itong portion ng equation na to, ilipat natin dito sa kabila. So gawin natin, so T. So we have T aluminum, TL. So, ang L mo naman, the span of the aluminum segment, giniba naman sa problem, as you can see in the figure. So, siya daw ay equal sa 6 feet. So, 6. So, since naka-fit yan and we need units in inches, so, i-convert mo siya to inches. So, multiply mo lang ng 12 TL all over GG. So, ang J mo nga, so, given naman din yung diameter, so that will be pi times D times 3 raised to 4 over 32. And the modulus of rigidity na equals sa 4 times 10 to the 6 psi. So magiging minus the T of the steel multiplied by the L. So given lang din naman 3 feet. So again, multiply mo lang ng 12 para maging inches siya over pi d raised to 4 over 32. So given naman yung diameter niya na 2 inches, 2 raised to 4 over 32. So times modulus of rigidity na 12 times 10 to the 6 psi. So that will be equals to 0. So let this be your equation number 2. So balikan muna pala natin yung equation number 1. So naka-keeps yan. So ito i-multiply na natin ng 1,000 para yung keeps mo ma-convert into pounds. So by solving simultaneously the equation 1 and 2. So solve 1 and 2. So two equation, two unknown. So we will have a value of the aluminum and the steel. So paipindot.
And 46 minutes later.
Okay, so ano lumabas sa inyo? So, for the aluminum, ano lumabas sa akin is 45. 76.2712 sa pound inches. And for the steel, so we have a value of 5423.7288 so pound inches. Okay, so since we have now the value of the torque, so we can now solve for the shearing stress. So again, shearing stress is just equals to TR over G. So unahin na natin si aluminum. So T ng aluminum, salpak mo lang to dito. Multiply by R. So ano ba yung R natin? So given is diameter. So that will be 3 over 2 lang. Over J. So, ang gawin na lang natin ito, para hindi kayo compare nyo na lang ito. Tapos, sapak nyo dito. So, what will be the answer? So, pindutin na muna natin. So, 4576.2712 times 3 divided by 2 divided by 5 times 3 raised to 4. So, ang napalabas natin ay, pa-check na lang ako. So, 863.2133 PSI. And for the steel, so that equation will be, so this portion of the equation, just copy this. Then multiply mo ng radius. So, since diameter is 2, so 2 over 2 over J, which is this one. So salpak mo lang, and then we will have an answer. 5423 7288 times 1 divided by 5 32 times 2 raised to 4. So 3, 4. Malaki yun sa steel, no? So 3452.853 na lang. So that is in PSI. Yay! So that is the answer for the aluminum. And this one will be for the steel. That's it. So, last problem tayo. We have a shaft with a constant diameter of 2 inches. Is loaded as shown in the figure by torques applied to gears fastened to it. If the modulus of rigidity is 12 times 10 to the 6 psi, compute in degrees the relative angle of twist between gears A and D. Okay, so ang pinapahanap dito is the total angle of twist noong buong shaft mo. So sa shaft na yan, at each point meron ka nakakabit na gear, kung saan doon sa mga gear na yan ay may naka-apply kang torque. Okay, so ang gagawin natin, i-represent natin siya sa ganito. So drawing ko na yung figure. So ang gagawin natin is yung parang sa opposite bar, yung may mga forces to the left and to the right. But for this type of problem, naka-torque siya eh. Moment yung iyong unit. So dito ba pasok yung concept ng tinatawag natin na right hand rule. So yung kanang kamay mo, gawa ka ng thumbs up na sign. Okay? So yung hinlalaki mo o yung thumb mo, that will give you the direction of the torque. Kung pakanan ba yan o kaliwa. Okay? So ano ba yung magiging role ng apat na finger mo? Yung apat na daliri mo, that will represent the torque. So kung paano siya iikot. So imagine mo na lang yan, naka-isometric view naman yung ating shaft with the gears in DCBA. So ipaikutin mo lang yung daliri mo. Ano? Yung apat ng daliri. So unahin natin yung 6 pound per feet. So mangyayari dyan, yung ikot niya is palabas. Ano? So pag pinaikot mo siya, yung apat na daliri mo, saan nakatutok yung hinlalaki mo. So pakaliwa siya, di ba? So ano lang, paikutin mo lang yun. Ano? So since pakaliwa to, try nga. Oops. Ayan. So ito represented ng double arrowhead kapag torque. So pag ganyan yung direction niya. And then next, at point C, yung ikot mo is paloob. So again, yung right hand mo, again, yung apat na daliri, siya yung iikot. And then, kung saan nakatutok yung lalaki mo, dun yung direction ng iyong torque. So, saan siya nakaturo? Diba? Pa kanan. So, ito, is papunta dito sa kanan. And then, next, you have a 900 pound-feet. So, again, palabas yung ikot niya. So, yung thumb mo is nakatutok sa kaliwa. So, ito, pakaliwa. Medyo sikip pala. So, ipod ko lang ng konti ha. So, hindi lang medyo accurate yung drawing natin. Pero, pagtsagaan nyo na. And last will be the 500 pound-feet. So, again, since paloob yung ikot niya, papunta sa'yo yung torque. So, nakatutok yung iyong thumb sa kanan. So, sulat lang natin yung mga value. So, dito meron ang 600. Dito meron ang 1,000. So, this portion you have 900. And, meron ka dito 500. Okay, so, siguro nagkakaroon na kayo ng idea kung ano yung gagawin natin. So, gawin mo, mag-project ka lang dito ng mga lines. Ayan. So, same rule lang din. Pag papunta sa kaliwa, tataas ka. And then, pag papunta sa kanan, bababa. So, let's start at point D. So, sabi dyan, meron kang 600 which is going to the left. So, ikaw, tataas ka ng 600. And then, diretso ka lang sa span DC. And then, at point C, sabi, meron kang 1,000 na pababa. So, coming from 600, bababa ka ng 1,000. So, disregard the negative value. So, that negative value indicates na nandun ka lang sa bandang ilalim. So, baba ka. So, 600 minus 1,000, that will be 400. And then, diretso ka lang dito. Oops, sabi doon, sa point B, meron ka 900 na pataas. Tataas ka ng 900. So, coming from negative 400, tataas ka ng 900. So, that will be 500. And diretso ka lang. And then, pagdating sa dulo, meron ka 500 na pakanan. So, baba ka ng 500. So, again, kapag nasa taas ka, positive. And then, pag nasa baba, negative. So, parang compression or tension lang. So, this sign, yan yung magiging value niya dun sa magiging equation natin. Okay, so ano nga pinapahanap sa problem? Yung total angle of twist between D and E. So, pangalan na lang natin siya as theta D up to A. So, this is just a summation of the angle of twist at each segment o doon sa mga pagitan ng bawat gear. So, una, meron kang angle of twist for DC. So, sabi naman doon sa diagram that is positive. And then, pangalawa, meron ka for portion CB. Kaso nasa baba siya, so kailangan mo siyang minus. And then plus angle of twist for the portion BA. Okay, so knowing the formula for theta as TL all over JG. So, solve natin. So, given naman sa problem yung mga kailangan natin. So, apply na natin. So, 600. So, ang unit niya is pound feet. So, this one, we need to convert this to pound inches. So, multiply mo lang ng 12. And then, yung span ng iyong CD is 4 feet. So, multiply by 4. So, again, multiply mo lang ng 12 ulit kasi naka-fit yung 4 feet mo para maging inches siya. Over JG. Common pala yung JG natin. So, pwede palang i-factor out ko na lang para mas madaling isulat. Sige. Yung term kasing JG, pare-pareho sa bawat material. Yan kasi, kung makikita nyo yung mahabang yun lang yung ina-analyze natin eh. Yung mga bilog-bilog dyan, yung parang bariya, that is the gear. So, i-factor out ko na lang yung JG. So, 1 over J. So, pi d raised to 4 over 32. What is the diameter of the rod? 2 inches. So, 2 raised to 4 over 32. So, given lang din naman yung G mo, modulus of rigidity ng 12 times 10 to the 6. So, 12 times 10 to the 6. So, i-factor out ko na yung 1 over JG. Para ang nasa loob na lang ng equation is yung TL. So, 600. So, multiply ko na lang muna yung 4. And then, since dalawang feet yung i-convert natin, so, 12 times 12 or 12 squared. Pag malilito ha, conversion lang to. So, minus, so 400, so portion ng CB. So, 400 as per the diagram. So, 400 multiply by the span na 3 times 12 squared. Alam ko na. Lahat pala magkakaroon ng 12 squared, no? So, factor out na lang din natin para hindi tayo na hihirapan gaya ng pagpapahirap ng COVID. So, 12 squared. Ayan! So, minus, so 400 times 3. And then plus, so ano ba yung katapat ni AB na torque? So, 500 multiply by 5. Okay, so yung mapapalabas nating unit dito, kung isusulat mo kasi yung mga unit niya, unitless yan, naka-array dyan. So, kung gusto mong gawin siyang degrees, convert mo siya. Kaya na ginawa natin kanina. So, 12 squared divided by pi times 2 raised to 4 divided by 32 times 1 times 10 to the 6 times 600 times 4 minus 400 times 3 plus 500 times 5. So, napalabas natin ay 0.02827. So, multiply mo. So, again, na-array dyan yan. So, multiply mo lang ng 360 degrees over 2 pi rad. Or that is equals also to, so times 316 divided by 2 pi. So, the total angle of twist between A to D is just equals to 1.6195 degrees. Yay! The answer box. Okay, so that ends our discussion for the first topic. So, sa sunod na video, yung ating pangalawang topic. So, mag-skip tayo ng ilang discussion doon. Ayun. Bye-bye.